Hi everyone, this is Vagdevi. Let us learn something about the chemistry of natural products. Before going into the lesson, let us know what is and what are the natural products. Natural products are the ones which we get from plants, animals, or microbes. Simply, we can say the from the producers. And we are learning about the chemical reactions and the processes that are occurring in these producers. This is explained by Kossel. Kossel said that natural products are mainly products by metabolites. He considered metabolites into two types, primary metabolites and the secondary metabolites. Coming to the primary metabolites, as the name suggests, primary metabolites are involved in the primary functions like growth, development, and differentiations, etc. A primary metabolite is typically present in many organisms as they are the structural components of the cell, or the we can say producers. They are almost present in all types of organisms, and because of their function as the important components, they are also considered as central metabolites. Here, if we consider carbohydrates and proteins, as we all are familiar with the carbohydrates, they form the outer cell wall structure in humans as well as microbes like bacteria, prokaryotes like bacteria, and proteins. Proteins serve as the important organs in our important part in our body. Almost every function is mediated by these proteins only. Considering secondary metabolites, um, these are not used for primary growth like primary metabolites. Instead, they are the extra substances produced, or we can say these are the extra elements present. In the absence of the secondary metabolites, some of the important processes may not occur, like immediate death. So, with the impairment, or we can say with the damage or any unneeded necessities will be remained in the cell or the organism for many days. If we consider alkaloids like wheat, if they are present more in the plant, most of the nutritions are used by them for their development instead of the plant development. And terpenes, you can also consider gum, which covers the whole trunk, or along with that some ex excess waste materials also excreted out by the plants. And here is the chemical structure as they are made up of isoprene structure. And coming to the differences, as already we have discussed this, these are involved in the natural growth and development and reproduction. These are not directly involved, but anyhow they help in that. Examples of fats, carbohydrates, proteins, etc. These are not poisonous also, but these are poisonous to the plant. As for example, if the gum is not eliminated from the plant uh, for a certain period, it restricts the oxygen availability to the trunk or for the plants, or it may obstruct many flow of substances or nutrients from soil to other plants, other parts. Now, differentiation. So we may get the doubt about on what basis are these natural products differentiated. They are differentiated into three based upon their function. If we consider the entire body plan, they are divided into plants and animals. And if we consider the only the parts rather than entire body, then leaf of plant or any organ of animal. And if we come to the extraction, that is what is the products that we get from that, either pure, as most of the pure products are used for our anthropogenic activities, so alkaloids, steroids, which are financially as well as manufacturing units. So, coming to the chemistry of this, so generally structure and characteristics are considered in order to know about a particular natural product, and based on these properties, natural products are of four types. We can say based upon their mostly their activities. They're biotic materials in the sense they are derived from the useful, like required for the producing activities like air, water, sunlight. And bio-based materials, bio in the sense living organisms like plants, plant-based materials, or animal-based materials like the leather which is present in the skin. And body fluid materials, fluids like gum, which are plant products. And natural materials, actually these are not synthesized, but the natural materials are used for the synthesis. Coming to the biotic materials, these are also called as biologically derived materials in any natural element that is originated from living organism. Many such contain generally carbon, as organic compounds are generally made up of carbon, and these are capable of decay, as carbon is an easily breakable substance. These are used for decay. You can consider examples like wood, manure, or you can also go for debris or vegetable fats even. Okay. To bio-based materials, these are materials intentionally made from substances means they're not produced naturally, but we intentionally convert those natural substances or the substances produced from the living organisms into substances that we require. These materials are also referred as biomaterial, as here the biosubstances are used as the starting material. As many of you know that there is a bioplastic being a special trend in order to ban the plastic and use these bioplastics rather than those. And starch, bodily fluid materials, these include blood, lymph, tissues, or tissue fluid, some secretions like saliva, milk. These are produced in the body, but we use them commercially or for the manufacturing units. You can consider examples like milk. You can also go for eggs. And if you want furthermore, you can go for fish proteins or fish oils. Fish oils. These are generally the oil secretions is in the fish for their biological activities in the oceans. But those fish oils we are using for our personal uses and commercial needs. For natural materials, it is a product of physical matter. Like if a dead person is buried somewhere, after some time, all the elements will be get separated from the body, and they exist in their individual forms. We can say them as elements. If these elements are in a high accumulation, they may lead to the several components like carbon. All the carbon units will together form the coal, or if they are more in number or in their combined forms, they can also form graphite. And all the silica present around in the soil, and the calcium in deposits increases in such a manner. And their synthesis, this synthesis of these can be also done by chemical synthesis. It is of two types: semi synthesis. For example, if there is an biological component already present, then there is no need to manufacture it completely. But if we have to go for the starting material, then we need to synthesize it in a complete form. It's called as total. um, Turmeric powder, as you all come across this every day in the foods or any commercial agents like beauty creams, cosmetics, etc. It is one of the natural product extracted from plant. But plant itself won't give us the powdery form. We, if required, grow them at a temperatures like 30 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees, as it is in demand right now. Phytochemical components of turmeric also include diryl heptanoids. These heptanoids are a seven-member structure units, seven-member structural units. These have an impact on our digestive system and many others. Come from components. What are the components present in it? It contains 60 to 70% of carbohydrates and 6 to 13% of water, 6 to 8% of proteins, 5 to 10% of fats, and 3 to 7% of dietary minerals, 3 to 7% of essential oils, and 2 to 7% of dietary fibers, and 1 to 6% of carotenoids. Coming for its applications, it is used widely in Ayurveda, and from our history, these are considered in Chinese medicine. Ethnobotany. The term ethno means botany away from the science. Journal of Natural Products, and pharmacognosy means in the pharmaceutical uses. Phytotherapy in the light, as direct sunlight damages many of the cells, it is used as a covering or a protecting agent. And these are secondary metabolites of the plant.